Hello, and welcome to the Kickstarter video for Sunny Days and Rain. It is an adventure for the espionage setting of Psychic and Spies for the Fate Condensed System by myself, Tone Milazzo. I just want to give you a play-by-play of what's in here. So first, an introduction of the setting. This is your introduction to it. This gives you a basic layout of it. So in this world, spies are all drafted into the intelligence community. And then we have some jargon, some spy jargon, and then setting specific jargon. In particular, card is for a psychic who has been drafted, like I said, drafted into the agencies. A deuce is somebody who is almost like a psychic. They have been training intensely to give them something like a supernatural ability. And then a proposition player is your typical spy, who is also part of the scene. And then psychotronic device. Sometimes proposition players are issued a psychotronic device, which makes them a psychotronic operator. And then it is all boilerplate fake condensed, but I do introduce two new skills. I reskin the lore skill to be Scient, and that's just knowledge of the scene as far as who's capable of what and what psychic abilities can do. And then Psych Training, that's for actually using your ability to defend against other people's abilities, and then also for using operating psychotronic devices. And I include one Psych Training stunt, Poker Face, because some of the characters in here have that. So this adventure, Sunny Days and Rain, this is The Prisoner Meets the Good Place. Like if you've ever familiar with the classic spy-fi show, The Prisoner, our protagonist wakes up in a mysterious place called the Village, and he's trying to get out. So in this case, it's Paradise Round, and all the players wake up in bungalows around a cul-de-sac. And there's a mystery about why they got there, because this is Paradise Round, which is the place where people on the strip who have transgressed get to go for the rest of their lives. It's basically the psychic prison. And in this case, it is not on Earth. It's a psychic space. Um, each of the characters will have their own agenda. So the GM has to pick. This is a careful decision somebody has to make. The GM has to make. So one of the characters is playing against the rest of the team. They are the secret master. They are the reason why everybody's there. They have access to a technology that brought everybody into this place, and they have a goal of finding out what they want to know what others know about them. If there's anybody's clue about what they're up to before abandoning the team. Some of the characters are investigators. They are aware that somebody on the team is against is been double dealing is a problem. But they in the transition here they forgot their briefing, so they've got to rediscover the elements of their briefing. Then we also have two other characters who have secrets. One of them is covered up a big mistake they made, and one of them is actually working for a rogue hand called the Friends of Entropy. Oh, sorry, the Entropy Collective. Um, so everyone's got their own agenda, and everyone's got something going on. So we got this is a little description of the people, the other fellow prisoners you meet there. This because this is a psychic space. Every NPC they run to, except for a handful of them, are actually pulled out of their mind. So these are four possible characters that you can say is like, oh yeah, you knew this guy when, and you knew this guy when, and here they're also here in this prison, which makes the prison a little bit more real. Um, there's an undercurrent of the election, so there's a secret election going on, even though politics are forbidden here, and it's a choice between the professor or the general. But if they find the shack in the middle of the Paradise Round, they'll find that the professor and the general are just puppets. It's all a con just to keep people busy. And there are some options for escape. There's also mysterious 8-track cassettes hidden around the premises, which have a number of different clues and winds up being collectibles. So Frank Dixon, he is for the person who's playing the double agent. He is capable of entering Paradise Round, and he is trying to get that person out, but his time here is very limited, like a sentence, and then he gets kicked out again. Um, and then the handyman, he is the embodiment of the place itself. He is the one who kind of runs the place, and he is very powerful in this place. And he is there to keep people in line and kind of help them out, but really he's just there to watch them. And then we have a pre-gen. So this is the agency, Rainbow Intelligence Services, and the agency has its own playbook. So when you join an agency, you have access to all these aspects and stunts and the assets, equipment, intel, impunity, and operations, little bonuses you have stuff. So that doesn't really apply in this adventure because they are in a pocket universe, but you never know, it might happen. Um, so then here we have the pre-gens. This is Dr. Karaka. She is a proposition player. She's a doctor of psychological warfare. She also is a former Air Force recovery officer. Dewey is a card. She has the ability to channel characters that she's read about in books, but sometimes they don't leave after they've been channeled. Millie here is a proposition player. She is an open source intelligence analyst. She's been issued a flashlight that lets her read auras. Oscar is a male femme fatale. He's a proposition player as well. Burbank's another card. He has a little problem with reality. He believes that the world should operate by the 80s action movie physics, and he can bend reality sometimes to conform to his expectations. Lakapati is a deuce. They is a master of disguise. And then Yugo is another card. He is a Japanese Don Quixote with a telekinetic katana. This is for the espionage game. This will be the cover when the full document is out. It's already written. I just need to get layout and art. And then there's going to be this Kickstarter, another Kickstarter for a game called Traces to Nowhere, rather an adventure, and then the full book. And then here's the novel that started it all. Hey, you can check that out on Amazon or some other place you want to buy a book. This is where the Kickstarter is going to go. The backers, rather. Maybe your name will appear here. And then this is the handout that is on the nightstand when the characters wake up at the very first session. And this is available as an easy to print handout. So you just toss them all out there to the players as they go. So this is what the bungalow looks like on the inside. Oddly, it looks a little different on the outside. And then some basic rules about how they live here. A little foreshadowing of the rain. Some directions about where places are. It's called Paradise Round because it is a circle. So if you want to get some places, you go one way around the circle. Other places, you go the other way around the circle. Remember, there's political activities are forbidden. And then a couple of the rules, and then a little bit of hope. Guests who cooperate, don't get trouble, might be able to leave. All right, well, thank you very much. This is kickstarting now. And then it's also available is the King and Jalo, which is the quick start adventure. This is available on this is available on Drive-Thru and Itch, PDF for free. And there's a print-on-demand version like this on Drive-Thru. And then this is more James Bond, classic James Bond meets the King and Yellow. All right, well, thank you for your time, and I hope you back this and the other projects coming up. Thank you very much.